What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Bennett7 here, back again, this motherfucker. And we are finally back. We're finally back. I know it's been a minute, but we're here to do Chrome Shell Regios. Now, this is one of those animes, I didn't know what to really think of it, because I remember watching it on Netflix a few years ago, and, you know, it looked interesting. I watched it, but I didn't really understand. I wouldn't even say understand it. I didn't really get to really digest the show very well, because I love the action with it, but I wanted to rewatch it just to get some type of plot or storyline, and that's one of the main things I kind of didn't like about this. I'm pretty sure in the manga it explains a lot more, but in the show I kind of feel like the plot was all over the place, because it starts off with Leifon, and you know, you find out that he's going to this dome where he goes to school and he wants to restart, because apparently he did something wrong. He actually was an orphan, and he becomes an orphan. He becomes a Heaven's Blade over in his old city. And apparently he wasn't. He uses his powers for the wrong things, and he gets banished. Why do we say banished? He gets they cut him off of being a Heaven's Blade, so he decides to go to this dorm to start off a new life and go to school and find himself. He leaves this girl behind. Apparently she likes him. And then after that, you see that. Then you see him. Well, you kind of see him in the beginning of the show, just walking to his dorm. He saves somebody, because apparently there's these powers. Everybody has powers and stuff like that. They have this key or whatever that can make that, you know, I'm sorry. Yeah, they have this key to where they get these weapons, and they can go respiration, and it becomes either a sword or you can get a gun, any type of weapon. And so, pretty much, he saves somebody using his powers. One of the what is he? He's like a school board or something. He's like the leader of the school. He finds out and decides to put him in military school. Now, Leifon don't want to go military school. He's like, look, man, I ain't trying to go military school. I came here just to, you know, go to school. I don't know what course he was going to take, but he was going to take some type of course and go to his job to pay for the course. But the guy was like, nah, you got powers. You could work here in the military. So he puts him in the military thing. He pays all of his tuition off and all that. He gets a scholarship. And apparently there's different platoons. And one of the platoons, there's a 17th platoon. And the leader of that is Nina. She sees him, uses his powers, and runs over and says, hey, I want him in my platoon. Because she's very motivated. Nina's a very motivated person. She knows, she pretty much wants her platoon to be the best. So she takes him to the platoon, and you meet these other people. Now, you meet people like Feli. You meet people like, well, let me see. I think it's Feli. Let me see. I got my notes here. Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, see, Nina's in it. Feli, you know what I'm saying? She, her power, she can read minds. She can actually let people know. Well, not know, but yeah, well, no, yeah, well, she can read people's minds. I want to say read people's minds. Well, I guess you could. She could probably look into your mind and let you know, hey, you need to go here, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's her power. You meet Feli, which is the brother. She's actually the sister of the leader, which I'm gonna put his name up there. I cannot read his name. Then you got Sharper Elepenton. He was actually part of another platoon, but he came to this one. And he's like the playboy. He loves the ladies, man. And he pretty much is good at sniping. He's good with guns. So that's pretty much his power. And then you got Harley. He's the childhood friend as Nina. They're pretty much the same age. And he pretty much fixes their gear. He's the gear guy. If you need something fixed, he got you. And I like that. You pretty much throughout the show, you see them fight other platoons, because apparently you pretty much, they do these little competitions to where see who's the best platoon, and I like that in the show. That's pretty cool. Another thing I did like was they did talk about the backgrounds of all the characters, so that was cool. You see Nina, you know, you find out Nina. You find out why Nina is so freaking motivated because she wants to be the best, and you find out why. You find out more about well, not Harley. You don't find out too much about Harley. Harley's the guy that fixes the stuff. You don't find too much about him. He pretty much just knows a lot about Nina. Him and Nina were real cool. They were childhood friends. You find out about Sharpton Elton, the actual sniper guy. You find out things about him and why he left his platoon. You find out more about Felly and why she don't like her brother. Her brother's pretty much using Layfon. Pretty much is using Layfon to. Apparently something's happening to the dorm, and he's using Layfon because he feels like he's the best protection that they got. But other than that, like I said, there was no real main plot to this. There's another thing where there's these little fairy things that help control the dorm, and people try to steal that, but they don't really get into all that. They don't really get into that much. You don't really see a lot of people trying to. You see maybe a couple times people trying to steal the power for the dorm, but like I said, you don't see it. And then there's another thing where there's these bugs that they're outside of the dorm that try to eat people and destroy the dorm. But you only see a little bit of that too. So, like I said, the plot was all over the place. I feel like if they would have just stuck with one plot, the show would have been better. I'm pretty sure the manga is way better. But there was just too much going on for me. The average person like me, I'm watching it. I'm kind of like, because I looked at IDBM and they gave it a 6. And I can understand why. Because the plot was just all over the place. I mean, I'm sorry. It really was. I love the show. I think the action was great. I love the way they went against the platoons and stuff. But sitting there watching it, I just kind of got lost. I was like, okay, what was the main goal? And then they go back to Layfon's town and they're going through shit too, but what is the main goal? What is the goal? Even at the end, it was just kind of like, what's the goal? What was the plot? I don't understand. Maybe y'all could tell me. I don't know. Like I said, it was a good show. Action was great. Characters were cool, but the plot to me was all over the place. That's pretty much all I gotta say about Clone Shell Regios. Again, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe y'all can tell me, or maybe I should just read the manga. Like I said, I'm a manga guy. I love manga. So I'm definitely going to be getting the manga for that. Maybe I can get a better explanation from the manga. But yeah. Pretty much that's how I feel about it. And my next show I'll be watching is Wakafu. So go check that out. I'm still watching Yu-Gi-Oh! So after that, I should be doing a top 5 anime/cartoons. I'm going to put which shows I felt like were the best and which one's the number 1 show. Because that's the reason why you haven't really seen me. Because I've been watching shows back to back and trying to do reviews on them. So yeah, that's my review on it. Let me know if you've seen it, and I'll catch you later in the next review. Also check out Rionyxiel stuff. I do stuff with him. I'm mostly on there. And yeah, man, I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.